very much, Mark, and thank you all for coming out tonight. It's good to see you here. We have pretty much a full house, which is great. It shows the interest that there is in tonight's event. I would like to ask everyone to please either turn your cell phones off at this point or switch them to vibrate, because we wouldn't want the distractions as our candidates are speaking. We're going to mix things up a little bit tonight because we do have 7 candidates on the stage. Our first round, we're going to have 14 questions, and those questions are not going to go each question to every candidate. Each question will go to 3 candidates. Okay, we'll start, question number 1 will go to Hurt, Boyd, McPadden. Question number 2 will go to Boyd, McPadden, McKelvey, and so on until we get through 2 rounds. That's 14 questions, and each candidate will have 6 questions to have answered. Okay, just want to mix it up a bit because if we have the same question going to all 7 candidates, it could take a very long time to get through it, or we'd have to really limit our questions. Now, at the end of that segment, we're going to have what we call a mop-up round. Each candidate will get a minute and a half to either answer a question that they did not get or to expand further on a question that they did. And candidates, I'll have you know, if you'd like me to reread a particular question when it comes time for that mop-up, feel free to ask and I will do so for you. We'll then take an intermission, and then things are really going to get fun. We're going to have a candidate fish bowl, a voter fish bowl, and then a lightning round. So we'll explain those as we get to it, but definitely a different sort of debate tonight. I want to let you know that I myself try and live as apolitically as possible, which is what you do when you're in the news. You try not to take too strong a stance on things. These are questions that are submitted to me, and my role tonight is to facilitate, get this discussion going, and so that all you folks out there in the audience can get a better idea of who you'd like to vote for in the 5th District congressional race. Can you hear me? Yes. Are you excited? Yes. Well, then let's do it. What should be done about illegal aliens currently residing within the U.S.?
First of all, I want to thank you all for being here tonight. I want to thank Lynn Stevens and Mark Lloyd and the Lynchburg Tea Party, and I am looking forward to working with you all to make sure we send Tom Perriello back to Ivy in November of next year. I think that illegal immigration in this country is one of the greatest frauds that our government has perpetrated in terms of offering solutions, as they tried to do 30 years ago, offering solutions of amnesty, hoping that that would buy us time, buy us a solution that would end illegal immigration in this country, and that failed. It has failed miserably. While they offered amnesty 30 years ago, they have done nothing to solve this problem, and it's only gotten worse. I think it's a great example of the kind of thing that has got to change in Washington. As a member of the state Senate, I have fought against illegal immigration to the extent that we can as members of the state legislature. I have fought to allow local law enforcement officers authority to assist in immigration arrests and detentions and enforcing immigration laws. I think that enforcement of our laws is extremely important. I think we have to build a fence. I think we have to complete a fence across the border to make sure that we get at this problem. It is a significant problem because it costs each of us. It costs each of us as citizens of this country money in health care and education for our children, and that's wrong. And I think it's not only a matter of right and wrong, but it's a matter of national security. And it's something that, if I am elected, I pledge to go to Washington to work to solve. Thank you.
I also want to thank everyone for coming out tonight, for holding this forum. It's a great opportunity to show patriotism and what we feel about this country, and I appreciate very much the Tea Party movement and what you're doing, and all the people that helped put this together. Now, with regard to the illegal aliens that are in this country, I think that we need to start enforcing the laws that we have on the books right now, and we need to start identifying who these people are. We need to dry up the jobs, because what's really happening is that they're taking jobs away from U.S. citizens. And that's what we have to do. We have to go, and we have to start with something like E-Verify, which is a program that's got some faults with it, but it is a way to identify whether or not a person is a legal resident of the United States when they're here. And we not only have to worry about those that are here, that came across the border, but the visitors. We lose track of the visitors, the people who come here under visitors' passes, and then the government loses track of them. We need to start tracking those people who come here as visitors and find out where they are, make sure that they adhere to their pass and they go back to their country when their time is up. Now, this is an economic issue. It affects many, many things in this country. And if we can get our handle on all the people that are here illegally and enforce the laws, and I think it needs to start at the local level by giving the local police departments and sheriff departments the authority to enforce these laws. Right now they won't enforce them because what are they going to do? The federal government's not going to back them up, and they're not going to deport these people. So what would they do? Just fill up their local jails with them? We've seen, I'm on the Board of Supervisors in Albemarle County. We've seen Prince William County has done something to start tightening up their laws and start identifying people who are in this country illegally when they commit crime. And that's another thing that's going on. A great deal of crime is created by people who are in this country illegally. Now, they enforce some local laws up there, and they've reduced their crime rate by 20%. I think that's a starting place, and certainly we need to do something about this serious, serious problem.
I also want to thank everyone for coming out tonight, and Mark Lloyd and the Tea Party for putting this together tonight. Well, first of all, I want to be the first person to have a disagreement with somebody. Robert, you're wrong. Actually, Tom Perriello's going to go back to New York, not Ivy when he's done in November. The easy solution, the easy sounding solution is E-Verify, but here's the problem, folks. I call illegal immigration an 87% issue since the year 2000. Every time Americans are polled, 87% of us are against illegal immigration. And yet that football hasn't moved down the field 1 inch, has it? Why? E-Verify is a simple program. It works. It's already out there. It's voluntary right now. Why can't we get people in Congress to pass a law, to pass E-Verify? Because they don't want to, because there are special interests involved that are making money on the illegal immigration situation. You need to send people who are serious about stopping this problem. Now, the problem is having people here. E-Verify, passing it as a law would go a long way to stopping them taking our jobs. The numbers are pretty simple. We have 15 million people unemployed in the United States today, and we have 12 million illegal immigrants here. They're not here if they're unemployed. They're here because they have jobs. We need to dry up the reasons that they're coming to our country. I'm all for a guest worker program. We've had guest worker programs in the past, and they work. I want to know who's coming into our country, and I want to know where they've been and their backgrounds from the country they came from. We need to start with E-Verify, but most importantly, we need to start sending people to Congress who are serious about passing these laws that will stop this problem. Thank you.